Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rian, and today I'm going to talk about dividends. Not just dividends in general, but dividends on eToro specifically. If this is your first time on the channel, first time watching my videos, then welcome. Please give this video a like if you like this kind of content. And then also, please guys, please consider subscribing if you enjoy my videos and you would love to see more content from me. Also, if you are not familiar with the eToro platform, then if you like what you see in this video, then please feel free to sign up on eToro on my sign up link in the description below. And yeah, let's get into it. So when I started investing on eToro, I was very confused, about how the dividends work, how to read them on the eToro financial statements, etc. And there's just a few key things that prevented me from fully grasping, what or how it is indicated or how it works on eToro. So today I'm going to talk about that. Now let's firstly just discuss what is a dividend. Now a dividend is basically like gain sharing. It's when a company pays profit, so they make an excess amount of profit. So if they don't take that money and reinvest it into the business, they take that and proportionally spread it or like just divide it into all the shareholders. So they share in their gains. They share their profits in an equal amount. Now, not all companies, pay dividends. So especially not your growth companies. Growth companies tend to want to take all of that profit and just reinvest it into their business so that they can grow as fast as they can. But companies that are stable, companies that has been around for years, companies like McDonald's or Walmart or those guys, so they kind of like, growth is not their primary focus. It's more like, just that sustainability or just that, long-term trust or, consistency over the long time, providing value to people. So, they want to, incentivize the people to, invest in their companies, by offering dividend payments to share in the profits that they make. All right, now let's look at the profits or the dividends on eToro. Now, the first thing is first that you have to realize, okay, if you go to your portfolio, okay, now just by looking at this portfolio breakdown page, okay, you can see that there's no column that says dividends, all right, and that's the first confusing part here. Now, your dividends is actually your fees part. So you can see here that if this value is positive, it means that I am, it's not that I paid $5 in fees, but I actually have received $5 in dividend payouts minus the fees that it costs to open up this dividend. So you can see that, there's that trade-off. So what eToro does is they, if you earn dividends, it would be listed under fees, but also if there are fees, like let's say the expense ratio of the, the ETF itself or whatever fees they may be, that gets subtracted from the actual dividends. And that's genius because if you think in terms of taxes, it automatically subtracts the expenses that you had with the dividends, the expenses that you had from the dividends that you received. So the amount that you pay tax on is that, rollover fee, that fee, or that dividends minus the fees that you paid. So that's the first thing that you need to grasp. Okay. Now, if you see a minus on, on that fees column, it means that you've paid more fees than you have received dividends. Okay. So let's look at a few examples here. You can see here, obviously some of the most of the ETFs they have, they pay quite strong dividends, some more than others. And then obviously your pure dividend ETFs would pay a lot more. Okay, so just in terms of fees, guys. Now, if you open up trades like, let's say, gold, like the pure commodities, or oil, there would be overnight or weekend or daily fees that would apply to that specific position. Now, those fees, that would also be attributed to the fees column. You would also have that same, column used to indicate the amount of fees. Now, again, on things like gold, you won't get a dividend because it's not a company. There's no profit. There's no, gain sharing. So, you would always have a negative value. Now, I don't have an example of that, but it's just important to remember. It's always, that fees column is your dividends, minus your fees. Okay. Now, obviously, if there's only fees, it would be purely fees. Okay, and if there's no fees, it would be purely dividends. Okay, now let's look at the statement, the eToro statement. Now, how to read the total amount, or how to get the total amount of dividends that you have earned minus the fees. All right, so what you would do is you would go to the settings tab here on the left. Okay, then you would go to account. Now I'm hiding my details so that you guys don't see my personal details. But then you can see here at the bottom it says account statement. Okay, so you can say, click on view, and then it takes you to this page. All right, so here you can change it to any time range or whatever. I'm going to say the last year, and I'm going to click on create. Okay, now look at this. You can see here on the first tab, there are many tabs here. You can export it to Excel or PDF as well, but you can see here that there are many sections, okay, or categories. And from here at the bottom, you can see here, or in the middle, towards the middle, there's a section here that says rollover fees. Now you can see that this is $42 for me in 2021. I've made it a total of $5,500 in deposits, and then just my ending unrealized equity, was this. Okay. Now, look at this, rollover fees. Now, if I go, this is something they recently added. They added this dividend section, okay? Now, if you look at the amount of okay, you cannot see, there's no total here. There's no total that I've earned, but this is the amount in USD. But if you go to the financial summary, you can see here, stock dividends profit. You can see it's that same $42.78, okay? And so they don't split it. You see, I don't have anything with overnight fees. So this value on the summary page, this rollover fees section, this value would have been, if I had fees, this value would have been a lot less. Okay, not a lot less, it would have been less, than the one specified here for dividends. Okay, but now because I don't have any fees, it's the same, it's one and the same value. Okay, so I really hope that makes sense. So that's just that trade-off that you need to understand. As soon as you understand that, everything would just make sense. Please, guys, if this video helps you out, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to my channel. It would help me out a lot. And also, the sign-up link to eToro is in the description as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.